Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and I'm here today with a really exciting new piece of our pre-owned inventory. This one is a 2017 911 Turbo S, so the very top of the range and a really impressive car and really cool example. So let me talk a little bit first about just the Turbo S in general. So as I said, very top of the range. It's the most potent car you could get for 2017. This one made 580 horsepower and what was it, 516 pound-feet of torque. So a whole ton of power, but what's special about it isn't just the fact that it's a lot of power, it's the fact that it can use that power super efficiently and effectively. That's kind of what Porsche's known for, right? So the 0 to 60 time on this car was 2.5 seconds. It's not the only car to go that fast, but it's amongst the only cars that can go that fast, and it does so with a whole lot less horsepower. It's really an incredible thing. And the Turbo S's come with a whole bunch more standard equipment than you get on some of our other models. Some really cool stuff, such as when you look at the wheels themselves, first off, are a unique design to the Turbo S, and they're the center lock wheels, very motorsport inspired, and they just look awesome. But also inside those wheels, you can see those big brakes and the bright yellow calipers, because the Porsche PCCBs, the ceramic composite brakes, are standard on the Turbo S as well, and those are almost a $10,000 option on any of the other 911s. So when you look at the pricing of the Turbo S, you have to consider that too, that you actually are getting a ton more standard equipment and some pretty pricey things. Also a full leather interior and a few other things that I'll kind of touch on as we go through. But let's talk more about this guy in particular. So GT silver metallic outside, which is a personal favorite of mine. It's a classic color. 911s always look great in this color, and it stands up very well to, you know, light scratches and dust and stuff. It just doesn't show. It hides that stuff really well. So even if you're not keeping it spotless every day, it still looks it, which is nice. Other stuff outside, we've got the full LEDs up front, the top level headlight and they're dynamic and have the auto high beams and all that stuff. So really cool. With the Turbo S, you also get this big spoiler in back that will come up at speed, or you can raise it manually with the buttons inside. And you also get a front lip that'll deploy. It's a little kind of pneumatic front splitter that comes out when you raise the rear spoiler as well, for improved aerodynamics at high speed. Very cool stuff. Moving on to the inside of this one, full black leather. As I mentioned, the full leather is standard, so you do get leather over the full top of the dash as well as underneath. The doors all fully leather wrapped, and of course the seats, which are the 18-way adaptive sport seat. So it's the most bolstered seat that Porsche offers. You get a little bit more shoulder support than you do in the 14-way, and you can adjust it to have it hug a little bit tighter around the torso, as well as at the in the seat base itself to wrap a little bit tighter. It's a super awesome seat, feels great. You also get the Porsche dynamic chassis control. So there's you know, an active roll bar in there that keeps it kind of flat through the high-speed corners. The car's just incredible. I could talk all day about the performance, but let's, I guess, go through a little bit more option-wise. Carbon fiber trim in there. That's standard on the Turbo S as well. You get the GT Sport steering wheel, a little bit smaller, and it's multi-function, so you've got all the controls on the wheel, and it's heated as well. This one had the seat ventilation added, so heated and cooled seats. What else am I forgetting here? Oh, the entry and drive, not a standard feature, but one I would always recommend. So you just touch the door handle to unlock it, as long as the key's in your pocket. Key stays in your pocket, and you just turn the ignition switch inside, rather than having to actually insert the key into the dash. Other than that, they added the glass roof, which most everybody will do. Definitely brightens up the cabin a little bit. Oh, actually, something else I should mention too. Previous owner did do the full paint protection film package, so you have that film covering the full front end of the vehicle, right up to the top of the hood, down the front fenders, and the wing mirrors here as well. So a nice added bonus. We charge about $2,000 for that if you want to add it. So nice to have already in your pre-owned car. Also, just a little addition to the seats, but one I really like is the embossed crest on the headrest. It's a subtle touch, but I really like it. I always appreciate seeing it. And then a more substantial upgrade to this one is the Burmester audio. So we have the you know, the Bose sound system that probably, you know, 80 to 90% of our customers will add, and it's a really good system. I've actually been quite impressed with it. But the Burmester is kind of on a level of its own. It's a whole lot more powerful, more speakers, and if you have you know, a really high quality uncompressed recording. The difference in sound quality is just incredible. I had the opportunity recently to really do a great side-by-side comparison to the Bose versus the Burmester, and as I said, the Bose is actually quite good, but with the right audio source, the Burmester is just mind-blowing. It's really impressive. So that's in this guy as well. Now, this being a 2017 Porsche, not a brand new one, it is a Porsche approved certified pre-owned. So what that means is it's come in, it's gone through our inspection and reconditioning process, which is quite meticulous. Porsche has a very high standard that we have to reach to obtain that Porsche approved status. So this one though came in really good shape, as you'd expect. People tend to take really good care of our cars, but it was due for its major service, which is due every 4 years and costs, you know, a couple of grand to do. So to me, this is kind of the best time to, or age, I guess I should say, a vehicle to buy, because you have that initial depreciation, right, where you've you know, saved a big chunk of that initial price, and then we also have already done that first big service, so you don't have to worry about that again for another 4 years or 60,000 kilometers. And then with that, we also get the extra warranty with the Porsche Approved program. So you get either 2 years from the date that you pick it up, or 6 years from the original in-service date, whichever is longer. So this one, the in-service date was, let me just reference here, September 14th. So you have until September 14th of 2022 for a comprehensive warranty, and it's unlimited kilometers, so you can drive it as much as you want, and you'll still have that warranty coverage, which is awesome. And should you decide at any point within those 2 years that you want to sell it, it's also transferable. It goes on to the next owner, so makes it a little bit more attractive when you're advertising it that way as well. And I'll just briefly mention kind of what's involved in that major maintenance. It has your oil and filter change, air filters, kind of the basic stuff, but then also your drive belts, brake fluid flush, spark plugs. There's quite a bit in there. And then we did do an alignment and repaired one of the wheels. There was a little bit of curb damage, so we repaired that as well. So it's in, as I'm sure you can see, really great condition, and it's a special thing. We don't get a whole lot of the Turbo S's. There's obviously a lot of internet hype out there about the GT3s and GT3 RSs, and those are awesome cars for sure, but on the years that we get them, you know, we get quite a few relative to the other models, whereas in a given year we might only get, you know, 1 or 2 Turbo S's, so they're actually quite a rare thing. And as I said, really impressive. If you haven't experienced one, I advise everybody do, and try out a launch control, because it's pretty singular in terms of an experience. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you do like this car and want to come down and take a look at it, which we invite you to do. If this isn't the right one for you, scroll through. We've got some other really great 911 inventory. I'm sure we have something that will work for you. So thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.